It's a brand new day, and the sun is high. And I've mostly emotionally recovered from a not very fun minigame that will probably never happen again. Right? Probably. What's that? You betcha I'm finding one more distraction to do instead of... Oh, it's up there. Is it that island up there? Uh-huh. That's a sky whale. This is gonna be a long game. Just whenever I see the map and I'm like, oh, you think the map looks big compared to the island we started on, huh? Well, guess what? Wait till you find out how much of the map is also full of Metroidvania mechanics that you're gonna come back for. Alright, I think I saw a bit of beach over here, too. Don't know if I can get up there. Being teased by another big guy. It definitely felt like a crazy one-off fight when I fought one of those guys. He's so big and crazy, and I'm like, whoa. But they are kind of everywhere, actually. It's actually a really, really common enemy. I'll get to you when I have higher stats. His attacks actually kind of seemed manageable mostly, except he maybe has a phase 2 where he escalates in some way. But, oh my goodness, it was going to take 7 years to kill him, and I don't want to have to play perfectly for that long. I'm just not that consistent. That's just the thing I know about myself. I used to play so much Guitar Hero and Rock Band. I did a video about that actually on my 3rd channel, Boring Threeth, called Whatever Happened to Guitar Hero. If you want to watch a video about me talking, see me video to talk about Rock Band and stuff for like an hour. But the thing that I learned about that is that no matter how much I play those games and get pretty good at them and learn how to gold star basically most of the set lists and stuff like that on each instrument, I just am never a 100% person. I'm always a 99% person. I will always just randomly flub a little bit no matter how much I play a song, and some people are so consistent that they do just like hit a point where they 100% things, and I just never became that even after years of playing those games. So anything that's like, hey, play perfectly for a very long time, I just don't see that happening. Speedrunning is terrifying to me. But I do sometimes think about doing a speedrun, going on a speedrun journey just for the sake of making a video about it. Like having that kind of like experience, kind of like what I did with the visual novel. Like just pick an arbitrary game I'm either nostalgic about or that no one thinks about that much and just try to become a speedrunner at it. Be a weird use of my time.
You'll get used to them. We're going to see a lot more.
If we hurry, we can cross before nightfall.
Get used to what, the giant mountains of bodies?
Wait. Could we bury Gustav?
I wish we could, but protocol is to keep moving. Gustav would understand.
We can look for a suitable place along the way, yeah? We'll find a nice spot.
Actually, there is a place. Past the quarry, out of sight of the Paintress. A tranquil haven, protected by magnificent trees. I think you'll approve.
Lead the way.
Are they talking about burying his body or the arm as a representation of his body? I thought they needed the arm because it's the converter, right?
Let me show you something.
Gradient counter. Some enemies can cast gradient attacks. Gradient attacks are powerful and can only be defended with a gradient counter. There's a whole new layer of mechanic still in this stuff? Right trigger instead of right bumper. What? What is this gonna mean? I do appreciate that I'm looking at it, that the jump prompt on the bottom left corner says the symbol as a reminder of what the symbol looks like. Just like as a nice constant reference. In a game where the interface specifically is often kind of odd, that's actually a really specific quality of life thing to notice. It's like, hey, this is the prompt you'll see that means jump. Here's a constant reminder you can see just in your off time. Gradient counter.
Bring it on.
Is it a normal counter, but just right trigger instead, and it's when the game desaturates? We seem to be leaning further and further into painting-oriented stuff. Is that a weak spot? Do I have to break open the mask? I don't know. We seem to be leaning heavy into painting-related stuff, which makes sense because the Paintress and everything, but we just went to the painter workshop and stuff, and now we're dealing with this?
Any other tricks we should know?
One thing at a time.
Did they learn anything? I learned something, obviously. Press a button. But, alright, so we're gonna keep on our toes. A series of button prompts to remember. Hopefully I can, like, binge most of this game, but I do need to go back and do a second playthrough of Not a Human and a second playthrough of Silent Hill. So I probably can't beat this entire game in one go. It's, without pivoting on my end. That doesn't affect the schedule on your guys' end, but it affects my ability to go through the whole thing without getting the controls mixed up. I've actually had a decent system of constantly playing one game front to back lately, but what specifically messes it up is whenever October comes around, I have a Patreon game to play, and I have whatever Halloween events games to play. In this year's case, I couldn't plan ahead because Silent Hill came out right before Halloween. So I was like, well, I've obviously got to cover that one. But that means I can't record it in advance and just put it on Patreon, then put it out during Halloween like I did for Crow Country. It just occurred to me, I saw an interview about Gustav's voice actor and performer. It's the same guy who plays Daredevil in the Daredevil show. And I remember it standing out to me as odd that in the interview he said, he's like, yeah, I'm getting so much great feedback about my role in this game. Everyone loves it so much. It's crazy. Because from my perspective, it's a thing I did like a year or two ago in like a single day. Like he just went in for like a day and they just very efficiently went through all of his lines and stuff. And I remember that standing out to me as being odd. I'm like, wow, that seems crazy fast for any project, let alone an RPG. And I'm like, motherfucker, he dies in Act 1. That's the secret element of that particular interview. So he's probably actually dead. There might be like a Last of Us 2 style, like, nostalgic flashback scene at some point where you have a sad scene between father and daughter retroactively, but he's probably actually fully dead and not coming back as far as the overall narrative goes. It would be oh, there's an example of windowing. Insane visual, actually. This is very much like a chokehold for being able to progress through this map, huh? 46 made it this far. So we're like unique failures, is what I'm taking from this. Like there are normally... These are pretty big squads of people that go on these missions, and they seemingly normally actually do succeed. And have like a whole group of people that are all going on this adventure together, and then they all die. Like, it's not mince words there, but like they make it somewhere. Like, so immediately we were down to 4 people, and now we're down to 3 people, if you count the expedition only. And I think there's normally more people. Judging by the amount of bodies in this gate, clearly way more people have made it this far. I do wonder why there are so many bodies here specifically. We haven't seen giant, horrific Dark Souls landscapes where there's just the whole floor is made of corpses for a while. Not really since mostly the intro. But now it's happening like crazy right here. What am I about to walk in on?
These are all expeditions?
A single Nevron took out most of them.
Is it still around?
I've only seen it once, many years ago, so most likely not.
So there was like a gate guard. I guess this is a moment of us having like the whole like standing on the shoulders of giants situation. Like I think this is a moment of that. There's so many siege weapons and impossible piles of bodies. So presumably all these people fought here for many, many entire expeditions just trying to take out this one big boss fight. And they maybe succeeded eventually. But this is like the great filter where like maybe fully half of all expeditions ended here against the same thing over and over again. I do wonder how bodies are piled up like this, in part because they do turn to stone. Hey, look, it's the same guy twice right there. If they turn to stone, I imagine it's kind of hard to move them. Like they kind of, the bodies look posed as if they turned to stone right there, but I imagine they were moved after they were killed. Because otherwise, like, people don't usually conveniently fight and then die on top of a pile of bodies to join the pile. It's like this guy's just collecting limbs? What's your deal? So who's this evil corpse collector traffic cone? Did our party rearrange? It did. He's in the middle now, instead of the left. I don't think I did that. I think the game did that when it did the tutorial a moment ago. Damn, big damage. Oh. I'm so good at this. God, I'm so good at this. Currently stanceless. Probably can just do a solo on this guy. No, too early.
Let the ink flow.
Time to hit big.
That guy exploded. Ramazan. Level 8. I'm gonna need that heal. Longer shell. On applying a shell, its duration is increased by 2. That's cool. There's a lot of really powerful effects, so it's like you get a lot of mileage out of actually getting the resources to be able to stack a bunch of these ones. I do wonder, because like so many, I think it's actually a somewhat, maybe not popular, but common occurrence that people try to do lone wolf playthroughs of various RPGs, and it's like surprisingly common that's viable in like Dragon Age or whatever. In this game's case, it seems especially viable, because not only do they have the become stronger when you're alone pictos, you could put all of these points on one guy and let them equip a fuck ton of skills at the cost of everybody else. And then, to make it even easier mode, the other 3 party members could come in as the cavalry whenever you fail to give you a chance to try to salvage it.
Let us stay now.
This is such a risk-reward mechanic where it's a big strong attack, but I constantly fail to defend myself correctly. You're surprisingly not that damaged. Rude. Oh, I did this earlier, but because she did the AoE fire, that actually doesn't burn people. So she doesn't actually get Virtuosa stance from it. Whoops.
I've lived through worse. Here we go.
Fury of fire.
Boom. She is scary. Also, ow. Ooh, double level of a weapon.
Great.
I just hop down here and see what's here. So whenever you hear that sound, that's somebody aggroing on you.
What have we here?
I can't multi-target, right? Not really, no.
Let's spill some
2 down.
waves on me.
Just try it.
That was the whole attack? The rest of it's just a really long recovery? Huh.
Fury of fire.
On one hand, I'm using up a lot of my elixirs. Ow. They really like to hit him specifically. But on the other hand, these are just like... I can just run around these guys next time. New Picto energizing start 4? Right, because that's plus AP at start. That is definitely... That does seem to be a mechanic where they give you multiple ranks of the same thing, and they're not stronger or weaker than each other, they just cost more. But the idea is that you can equip more than one of the same skill to get more and more of it by spending more and more points of your capacity. What is down here? Oh, there's the big guy. That's a Saga Patate. There's a little bit of window there. Hinting at who's behind.
Useful.
So it seems they're suggesting that the Gestrals have worked alongside the humans to defeat this place. I'm not sure if I should think that the fortifications are human or Nevron.
Well, that will help.
Ooh, healing tint. That's huge. We could reasonably conclude that maybe the castle is from before the shattering. I'm probably... I just kind of say an arbitrary word that sounds like along the lines of the right word, but I constantly forget what it's called. But that's because I've played a million games that have a similar term for the big thing that happened. Meowdy.
A storm is coming.
It really does just take out half of them in one go. Damn. They didn't even get a turn. Sacre patate these nuts. That one doesn't work. Too many syllables. Too many syllables. Oh, I can't. I thought I was gonna go there next. I thought that was a ramp. Oh, something over there. Distant items. On yonder palisade. This is a slightly wild environment to parse the shape of it all.
Have we here?
Sweet kill. Recover 50% health on killing an enemy. Nice. Interesting. My slight issue is that stuff like that just kind of feels like a quality of life thing for fighting randos. Whereas during boss fights, you often don't really have an enemy to kill in order to get a recovery from. Like on the way to killing the big boss, obviously. You have one big enemy you're working on, but you're not going to trigger stuff like that. So stuff like that sounds initially nice, but I probably end up never equipping it because it just doesn't seem like it's actually going to help me against the things I'm actually going to struggle with.
Nice.
And you build your characters for the hard parts of the game, and not for the easy parts of the game. For example, the various fights that are over in one turn. Big K. Almost looks like a KB, which is funny. Oh, this is a direction. Do I think this is the way forward or an optional way? I don't know. It is an obliterated castle. I can tell you that much. Which isn't that helpful. He's got his back turned to me. Rookie mistake.
Here we go.
Feel the burn. Blades. On me.
Almost makes me wonder if these guys are always wandering around this place. They look like they're patrolling almost, as if they expect something. But we only show up like once a year, so most of the time nothing. When do I get this button, and how many places do I need to backtrack through to at that point? That sounds like a gonna be a pain. Ready to go back and replay the whole game? What if it was a new game plus mechanic? Okay, this one might be a fight.
You're outmatched.
They're using 3 different weapons.
A storm is coming.
That was weak. That was not a good use of my turn, probably. Because now she's going to get attacked. And that's not going to be good for me. Let's do Shell.
Not impressed.
God damn it.
I'll do it.
Really? Why can't I parry in this game, man?
Enough stain left.
Jesus.
Careful, my elf.
Yeah, keep doing that. How dare you?
Feel the burn. Ready to evade.
I guess I did. Alright. Dankeschön.
Good stuff.
The balance of this game's slightly weird. You're like, oh man, this might be a tough fight. Look at me go. They're really tearing into me. They don't take much damage either. I'm in some trouble here. Fight ends in one turn because they all do the same attack. That's extremely easy to counter. Seems to have a way more forgiving window and results in me one-shotting them. Okay. Odd. Is there an item up here? I bet there he is. Was about to be really embarrassing when there wasn't.
Useful.
Energizing death. On death, plus 4 AP to allies. I prefer to simply never die. Where the fuck? Where is that? Is this just the back side of a door from earlier? I can't hop down. Beep. Oh, thank you. Bye. See you later. You can't open it? Huh. We just kind of awkwardly dead end here and then run back, I guess. Weird. It's just surprising to have a developer not jump on a chance to have a door doesn't open from this side moment. Not ready to deal with skill tree right now, but I will spend people's points. Alright, well, we solved the mystery. It was an optional direction. Another checkpoint right here. So close together. So that's the way forward. Did I miss anything back there? I was mostly concerned about that one item on the top ledge there, but I think you get there by going this way and going left. If I can go anywhere around here, actually. Who is aggroing on me? That's a strange fart cloud person. Don't know what they're up to. Suspicious. That was them, I think. I think we're doing a bit of a narrative thing here.
Help.
It doesn't necessarily make sense to have this many checkpoints here, level design wise, but it reinforces just how many expeditions were here. You punk. You won't go that way. Oh, first try, I guess. Didn't even have to even think about where to put them. Right, I have to make sure you don't escape. So I think we learned from last time that if he summons anybody, we... Oh. Ow. I think we learned last time if they summon people, I want to fight them first. Damn. You are vulnerable to fire damage. Ow.
Brace yourselves.
What? Was that even dodge parryable? That didn't even read like a traditional attack.
Here we go.
Feel the burn.
You're outmatched.
Oh, I still have another turn. Here, I was waiting for all that fire vulnerability to explode. There we go. After how much of a pain in the ass one of the previous ones was, it's a bit of a surprise when one of them just runs directly into their spot. I barely thought about it.
What have we here? Useful.
Just a bit of chroma. A hint that there was a direction to go up here. Anything I can accomplish from here? Yes, the big guy right there. That's not what killed everyone, though. There's too many of those around for that to be it. It seems somewhat more likely that it might have been the other things. Like that huge thing in the water. Or even those hand monsters that got us in the first place. Those things were horrible. And apparently still just nonsensically powerful. And we have not... 20 hours of RPG mechanics has not led to us being able to fight those things. And that is a concern. How are you burning? How long have you been burning? Oh yeah, he mentioned a quarry. This is definitely a quarry. I have 5, 5, and 6 of those and 4 chroma elixirs. Definitely getting more supplies for future fights. You may leave. I have no interest in speaking with you. Okay.
Emily, Expedition Wolf 41. My bag's getting weighed down from all my kills. Maybe I need to pick smaller trophies. Estelle bagged 7 of those armoured nevs. So I've got to get at least 8 in this next batch if I'm going to beat her. Leah showed me how to double up my weapon pictos. Might not be stable, but the bang's going to be worth it. The Paintress might be out of our reach, but her minions aren't. And if I die, I'm gonna make sure I die big. Like Xavier says, subtlety is not our game. We only live till 40. So let's go make some friends.
Subtlety is not our game. We only live till 40. It is a short life. I wonder how... I find that interesting. It's a startlingly short life, but also it's one that is... in the context of... I guess going forward, we would just be getting more and more reckless at this point. And younger. But, yeah, it's a very short life, but it's in the context of people that never... where all their peers live that long, too. Slightly wonder to what extent you have a concept of the idea of living longer when you never get to.
Well, that will help.
Healing tints also apply powerful. It's like you could set it up so that one of your people that uses healing tints on people is applying like powerful and shell and rush all at once whenever they do that. Which would be fairly strong. It's definitely a unique tough boy. He is going to be a pain in the ass. These are wildly beautiful scenes every time. I probably don't say that enough. It's admittedly a game that's always at 11 visually. Like, oh my god. There's no normal moment that they experience going around. But scenes like this are crazy. Oh, he's still alive. Rude. Not for long. Gotta be a bit demeaning to realize you're the tutorial enemy. It's like, alright, check this guy out, you guys. He's like, what does he mean by that? It's like... to be read so clearly that you're like, I know that this guy is going to specifically do a move that you've never seen before, and it's going to do it right now. And then he does exactly that move. It's like, well, how do you know?
Watch out, my Al.
Ah! Man, sometimes getting the attack off and going first just doesn't matter. Alright, dare I tempt fate? I imagine doing fire doesn't do shit against this guy. Yeah, it heals him. I'm doing great.
Not leaving you behind.
Here we go. Just try it.
Okay. Okay.
Uh-oh. Got you red a bit, don't I? No. No. What? He consumes the burns he put on us to heal, so he's fully healed now. That's rude.
Let's carve a path.
I'm back.
Wow, exactly what happened when I had 3 people last time.
This.
Ow.
Okay.
Did I not heal? Stop that. Did I not... Wait, did I not heal? I must have accidentally used... Did I accidentally give myself AP? Oh fuck, I can't heal. I have confident. With confidence, she can't heal herself. God damn it. Rude of you.
I'll use your mouth.
She might be my best chance.
No more tricks.
Still no? God, I'm so bad. Parrying is hard. I know I'm a broken record, but that's just what the gameplay experience is of playing this game. I'm just like, that's the thing I'm grappling with literally the entire playthrough. There we go. That feels good, except one of my attacks is fire, so it fucking heals him. Great. So even my counters can heal him. That's not great for me. Ice damage. Slow. Defenseless. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a real bad start for you so far. Buddy. He has a recover from status effects thing that he can do on himself, but I don't need it right now, actually.
Here we go.
He unfortunately does have fire stacked on him, and the fire stacks on him means he's gonna heal from burning, which is not good. Thermal transfer, low ice damage, 2 hits, gain 4 AP if the target is burning. Is that... I was wondering before if this consumes the burning? It doesn't. Bye-bye. God, the moment you get the parries down, these fights completely turn around. I mean, in practical terms, if you do have the parries down, they functionally can't even hurt you, right? You're basically immune to entire fights. You can just tear through them. Energizing parry? 1 AP on parries? I still haven't had an energizing parry this whole time? Is that true? I guess we had energizing dodges, right, at the beginning of the game? I've learned healing tint energy. Energizing death, energizing... Oh. I'm so energizing. Just gonna get so many AP. AP on getting hit. I don't want that one. Should just learn it, but it's... we already have this one. Flying heal gives rush. And pretty much back to not having a build. I'm back to not having a build and just equipping whatever I haven't learned yet. I just don't love systems like this. I imagine that there's players who like them because you constantly feel like you're making a million forms of progress and number go up, but I'm not especially susceptible to that way of doing thing. I'm much more excited when I have like a skill tree, like I'm gaining abilities in a Metroidvania sense, or just kind of any meaningfully unique form of progression that changes your tools. Number go up isn't usually very exciting because enemy number also go up. So like, we're kind of just in an infinite form of stasis where you're mostly tied.
And no sign of your special Nevron.
Oh, I guess we're lucky.
So we're just setting up that there's an upsetting Nevron later, or they defeated it. Unclear. Where's the rest of you? Oh. Was that all of you? That sound startled me. Oh, I think one of them was in that.
Nice.
Chroma elixir! That's so many. I already have trouble ever spending all of them. Now I have 5. Chroma elixirs could be a really interesting resource if the game does ever have like linear dungeon dives where you have to actually make it X far through encounters you can't avoid very easily. You have to like survive through like a floor of a Legend of Grimrock dungeon or something. And that kind of resource would really matter in a way that's similar to like Estus flasks. But without that kind of constraint, they're kind of just like a, don't have to rest as often, but resting also barely matters open world thing.
Expedition 57, Carla. These siege engines seemed much more powerful in Lumiere. But on this battlefield, next to all these broken bodies, staring at the true size of the monolith, I feel despair. I dare not show my true feelings. As commander, I cannot yield to fear, but I can't help but wonder, is pressing forward the correct course of action? Our lives are forfeit anyway, but is there perhaps a better way to spend such precious coin?
I feel like this is maybe beside the point a little bit. Maybe it's not beside the point. I feel like they should be in a post-coin society by now, right? Like, sure, there's more important things by now. The idea that they actually have to deal with commerce in the process of preparing the war efforts that themselves are the only hope their society has. I'm like, what do you mean? Crossing the damn sea was hard, but oof, didn't expect to find a war zone brimming with Nevrons. Your people are dead here. You didn't know that they were here? Ooh, this is one of the this is a real vendor. The ones that actually have stuff. I guess Seal is my merchant killer now because she's equipped with all these last stand resources.
Here's your card. No tricks. Useful.
Oops. Oh my god. Insanely slow animations. God damn. Oh well. I do not want to part with my secret stash, but you dueled me good. Have a look-sees. Obscure. Outfit for Mael. I have a lot of money right now. Yep, always get the Luminas. Upgrade weapons up to level 9. I think I don't need those anymore. Up to level 3. A recoat. Inverted affinity. Apply inverted on self for 3 turns on battle start. 50% increased damage while inverted. I don't know what that means. It obviously says that I get a bonus while inverted is happening, and if I give myself inverted in the future, I guess it would still apply. But what does inverted mean? Is that like a color thing with the painting mechanics? Benesim. Healing skills cost 1 less AP, generate 1 earth strain at the beginning of each turn, replay instantly on consuming stains with the healing skill. Does that mean that if you ever use a healing skill that happens to be based on consuming the current stains, you get to do another turn, I think? I'm not that worried about my money, so I think I'll just grab stuff, but I don't feel the need to stock up on these resources, these upgraded resources that I'm already full on. Good luck on your trip! But that's what it cost. There's a little shoulder wing. Obscure. It's pretty neat. I don't like the civilian outfit. I got a lot of cosmetics for her. And not for other characters necessarily. Swimsuit too? Oh, it's just the non-bikini. I'm not dressing them in swimsuits. What are you talking about? If anything can pull... She can kind of pull off the baguette outfit. Baguette. It's visually weird with the card powers, admittedly. Oh my god, are you okay? She's tabbing through all my characters, one of them's just fucking obliterated. That's a crazy camera angle for that, yeah. Let's see. I should look at my luminas. I think I gave everyone roulette because it's more damage on average, even though it can suck to lose damage. Bonus break on counterattack, that doesn't hurt. AP on jump counterattack. I feel like that barely ever happens. 3 AP on breaking, but I don't think she has a breaking attack. Energizing start just kind of feels like an expensive amount to spend to get 1 AP. Oh, I don't love those approaches. Recover health on parry is kind of interesting. But 3% is so low. Sometimes enemies attack multiple times. But like, every time I get hit, I take 70% damage basically. And then a parry for 3% is like so comically small by comparison. Bonus damage against marked targets. Not a bad plan to have on hand. He didn't have roulette yet. Yeah, when it says healing tints give one more energy, I don't know if he means if you're spending them as that character or if you receive them as that character. It's not immediately clear to me. You obviously have roulette equipped already. No, you don't. 'Cause I had it equipped manually, didn't I? I am guilty of basically forgetting that dodge exists. I'm just really committed to trying to parry through everything. I'm just trying to get good at the one thing. I don't really love having to choose between the two buttons that are kind of the same thing. I do kind of wish dodging was just its own mechanic, kind of like how the gradient parry is. We like increased break. It doesn't feel good to put points. Yeah, I put another last stand on. It doesn't feel good to put points on free aim abilities. Even though I'm sure that'll bite me in the ass because it's probably relatively important. But yeah, everyone's weapon is above level 9, so I don't really need those lower level upgrades, except for upgrading additional new weapons to be a new different option if I want to respec my character, basically. But otherwise, the game's not really about hot swapping weapons, I think. Couching my bets there, knowing full well that whenever I talk about anything in this game mechanically, I could be wrong. That's just how it goes. Oh my god, stop bleeding. There we go. This poor man.